there's talks of Jones wanting to fight Ngannou, but he's asking for too much money according to the UFC.
Yeah.
I've seen Dana White come out say, like, what a horrendous time to be asking for that absurd amount of money.
Yeah,
and it kind of does make sense.
Oh, 100%. I think you need to be like, it's an
I've
organisation.
seen John Jones,
justifying it.
He's basically saying,
what's he said?
John Jones scolds the UFC for adding salt to the wound following failed Francis Ngannou negotiations. It says here. So what was it Dana White said? Dana White said, for the amount of money John Jones is asking for, it's not going to happen. White said, you couldn't be asking for a more absurd amount of money at a worse time.
Right.
And then Jones put a tweet out saying, I'm not going to give up hope. The way I'm taking this whole thing is UFC don't want to budget the John Jones heavyweight move up right now. They should have just said that. Lying on me and saying I asked for too much is just unfair, and that was unnecessary. And then he also tweeted, you already let me down a bit by shutting down this Francis mega fight. Don't add salt to the wound by telling the fans something that's not the truth.
Yeah,
so
because
he's basically saying it wasn't an absurd amount of money.
Because I heard, I'm pretty sure it was another John Jones tweet that he was saying that they declined it before they even got to the money part.
Aye, they even let him enter in negotiations.
Yeah, so
who's lying?
Yeah, I also heard Brendan Schwab talking about saying that Dana White sometimes uses this as a bit of a bargaining chip. That they say, no, I wouldn't want to make that fight. I never want to make that fight, but it's a way of kind of with negotiations that they
and
don't
it kind of
need
makes
to give.
The fans want it more.
Yeah,
because you think they're not going to get it.
Exactly, but it would also maybe make him not have to pay as much because he's thinking we don't want that fight anyway. Yeah. Whereas I'm pretty sure I don't see how they wouldn't want that fight. It's huge.
I mean, stepping up to heavyweight, you've got to pay the guy more money.
Well, they've harassed John Jones to go up to heavyweight for
now he's
as long as I can remember. And he's literally offering to go and fight probably one of the biggest heavyweights and the most dangerous heavyweights.
How do you think that fight would go?
Well, my thing with Ngannou is he's got a crazy amount of power. But I feel as if his last maybe few knockouts, especially his last knockout,
against Rosenstrike.
Yes, he just rushed them. And I think anyone that has better head movement, feet movement, it's not as simple as just rushing something like that and swinging bombs. I feel as if John Jones has probably been rushed many a time, managed to dodge, get out of the way and land counters. So I don't see it being as easy as that. But I mean, how long can you go without getting hit by one of...
It has been caught off heavy hitters.
He has, but at heavyweight.
Aye, exactly.
And Ngannou.
Aye, that's true.
So there's one thing getting hit with a heavyweight, then it's probably another thing getting hit with Ngannou.
I think John Jones is that good, but he will just like fight a technical fight and just
take him down.
It kind of like when McGregor fought Mayweather. It's like, what if he can't hit him?
Yeah.
But I think Mayweather was just that good. He just got out of the way the whole time.
That's fair.
I think that's how that fight's going to go.
Definitely.
He'll just stay out of the way because he's just that much better.
Yeah.
And he is the GOAT.
It's like, to be honest, I did not see Stipe managing to do that to Ngannou either, to be honest. That was unreal. That's
another one me and you were pacing the floor for.
I didn't see, like, Stipe did get caught. He obviously can manage to take a punch, but then obviously just started controlling him from the ground.
He looked amazing.
He did.
I actually watched that the other night. It was such a good fight.
Yeah, no, it's good
to... looked flawless.
So you would say maybe John Jones would just do the same?
I think so.
You're thinking?
And go for a points win.
But you don't think Ngannou's learnt from that?
No.
To be honest with you, I might be with you on that. His cardio might be better, but to be honest, the way he's knocked most people out, it is just by rushing them and swinging bombs.
Like a fluke almost. It looks like almost clumsy the way he's thrown.
Oh, he lands.
And just by chance he's caught them.
It doesn't take much to land it.
No.
But if it lands...
He can even catch the guard and follow through and knock people out. He's got that much power.
Exactly.
So I guess you just never know.
You just never know. I guess like you've always got a puncher's chance.
Aye.
But I think I might agree with you on that John Jones would maybe have that fight. And it would probably be, I would say if John Jones was going to win, it would be quite a similar to fight like Stipe.
Yeah. So I guess UFC pay the guy the money. We want to see that fight.
Pay the money and get that fight going, because that would be a super fight. They would both make a lot of money. UFC would make a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, see if they just give him, like, obviously right now they can't afford too much, but if they gave him an alright amount and then just went with pay-per-view buys, do you know what I mean? I feel as if
there's a way around it. There's always a way around it, but like you say, Dana White players just like being clever with business.
100%.
Which makes sense. That's why he's made so much money.
I think that's probably what they will do. I think they'll probably have Stipe will just be waiting for Daniel, because I think that's the biggest fight for them too. money wise, and I don't see why any of them would take the chance right now against Ngannou. And obviously then it would be Ngannou, John Jones. But then, so this puts it into, right, okay, so what happens, this is a one, what happens if, okay, Cormier beats Stipe, John Jones beats Ngannou.
Say that again one more time.
Right, so let's see if everyone got that right.
Yeah.
Cormier beats Stipe, champion.
Yeah.
John Jones beats Ngannou, number one for
So who would
number
have
one
the belt
contender.
then?
So
Cormier
Cormier would have the
belt.
belt. John Jones would have just beaten the number one contender.
Oh.
Does that then set
That's
up
a super
the
fight.
mega fight between?
Maybe that's what they're all going for. Maybe that's the outcome everyone wants.
Is that not probably one of the fights that would make the most
I
money
would say so.
that UFC has ever made?
What a way to go out as well, man.
Like
Cormier.
like I mean, I feel as if Cormier, if he beats Stipe, and then John Jones was to beat Ngannou,
Which is, it could happen.
could
Easily happen.
I mean, there's good odds on that happening.
I'd say there's more of a chance of it happening than not happening.
Yeah, I would say so too. Cormier doesn't retire there, surely,
Do I think so? Oh, before that fight happened.
because you've then got
100%.
John Jones
That's a mega money
as a
fight.
number one contender against Cormier.
He'll definitely, if that is the outcome, he'll take that fight and then ride up into the sunset, regardless of the
this has
result.
got to happen. I would say UFC have got to make the fight between John Jones and Ngannou purely for the reason that it could set up the biggest super fight probably ever. I would say bigger than Conor McGregor.
I think Cormier would take that risk though, fighting John Jones.
For his last fight, I think so.
Because he does not take it well losing to John Jones. And he always says, like, if I was to retire now, I've always got that out with the whole John Jones thing. I went up to heavyweight
Is
and I
that
took
the way
the
he's-
belt off Stipe.
Is that the way he's seen it?
So he won't have that narrative anymore, do you know what I mean?
I think Cormier is a competitor. I think Cormier is a competitor. He would not just be like that. Yeah, well, John Jones is now my number one contender for my belt at heavyweight and just sail out to the sunset. I don't see that happening.
I don't see it happening.
But see, to be honest, now that I've thought, I hadn't really thought that
that.
far ahead of it before. But that fight needs to happen. Ngannou, John
100%.
Jones need to fight. Dana White's not silly. He has definitely seen that could be an outcome that happens.
He thinks 10 steps ahead.
He'll be further down the line when Cormier is 60 still fighting.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's a fight I would stay up for.
That's a fight we would stay up for. And okay, so say we get to that point, John Jones, Daniel Cormier, they're fighting for the heavyweight title of the world. What happens? Cormier's got some power at heavyweight, and does John Jones still have the movement at heavyweight? How heavy do you think John Jones can get?
I was about to say that. I don't think John Jones can make heavyweight.
He'll be able to. I think he'll make heavyweight, but it'd be
What do you need to make to get? Is it anything above 205? You're heavyweight.
like probably. He probably needs
So
to.
you can only make
He
heavyweight.
can maybe make like, I don't know, what would he make? 220, 240?
I can see DC winning that one.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's got power, amazing wrestling,
Yeah.
and you're wondering if John Jones would have the. I think in my heart, I'd love
DC.
DC to win that.
Yeah, it's because he's old. I want him to retire like with a belt.
Definitely. Now we're talking.
Because he just seems like such a sound guy.
I know. He
I
does
feel
seem
like if
sound.
you were to meet DC in real life, he'd be so sound.
I think so. He does. He
He's
does.
just he seems like.
And he is genuinely one of the best commentators
Oh, aye.
on the planet. So yeah, that's. I mean, we're now talking about a fight that isn't even booked.
We're way far ahead, aren't we?
So far ahead.
So far ahead. man.
But that is just something that I
But
think.
I think
I'd
it
love
all
to see.
starts with the UFC paying John Jones to go up to heavyweight.
Yeah, and I don't think they're stupid enough. Dana White's not stupid. He's going to pay John Jones what it needs to be, because John Jones has hinted that he's just going to sit out for another like 13 months or something like that. I mean, that's Dana White's not going to let that happen.
Nah.
He is. I think as soon as they start getting some more fight cards under their belt, they start getting it back to a bit normal, they'll probably get into negotiations with him. Because if we've just thought about that, Dana White's definitely thought about that possibility.